Hey, what's going on? Strat told you here for the Weekend Shift Bonus Vid. Thank you so much for showing up to the Weekend Shift live. That was awesome. We had to do some digging for setups for next week. All right, we do have some. We got some to the upside, we got some to the downside, but honestly, it's a lot of messiness. All right, we did go 2 down on the week on SPY, Diamonds, and QQQ, but there was not a lot of clear movement to the downside or the upside. It was a lot of selling them down in the morning, buying them up in the afternoon, selling them down in the morning, buying them up in the afternoon. And then there's some reverse where they're buying it in the morning and then selling it in the afternoon. It seemed like everything changed around lunchtime, around 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's a time frame I'm going to be continuing to, I've always kind of noticed, but I'm going to continue to watch, all right? Because Rob used to do a halftime report around 12 o'clock, and that's when things change. So I'm going to continue to look at that. Maybe that's something that that's definitely something that has caused some price movement this week. And let's go to the charts and look at that so you know what I'm talking about. Here's the monthly, here is the month, the week, the daily, and the 60, and this is how I see time frame continuity. I suggest you look at all 4 time frames at the same time. Some people are like, well, it's just too much on the charts and I don't know what I'm looking at. You need to get used to looking at this, all right? What I suggest is you have 2 screens, at a minimum 2 screens. On one monitor, you're gonna have your actual trades, all right? You're gonna have your monthly, your weekly, your daily, and your 60, all right? What you're actually trading, you're gonna have your watch list and what you're going through. On your second screen, you're gonna have SPY or Diamonds or QQQ or whatever broader average you are trading in, all right? You need to know. You're gonna look at that, all right? And if you want to go one more level, if you go to a third screen or go to a third window, you're going to have the ETF that you're working in, all right? Because we're not, notice I never talk about individual names, really. I never go, here's just Roblox, or here's just UPST, or here's just this one thing. I want to look at sectors, and I want to trade simultaneous breaks. So I want to have as many actionable signals and as many winning positions as I can have in one sector. Honestly, my goal is 5. I want to have 5 winning positions for the week and work those for the week. That's what I do. That's my ideal trade. Anything more than that, it's a little bit too much to manage for me, you know. But if you're good and you want 10, 12, I'd rather you have 10 to 12, maybe 15 winning positions, and you are pushing your stops up until they get stopped out, and then you move on to the next thing. You know what I mean? So that's what I suggest. You don't have to do it if you don't, you know, but that's what I suggest, because that's what we do in the strat. We are looking for simultaneous breaks in a sector. I want everything in this one thing. Right now, that hot thing is XLE. It could be because of seasonality. And that's okay. XLE is going to the highs, everything else going to the lows, but it's not easy price action right now. Inside on the month, still red, and it goes 2 down on the month at 437. Here's your weeks, 2 continuation down on the week. Here is your days. This broadening formation line is actually left over from here. I need to bring that down. Let's do that now. Let's do that now, because I said I was going to do that on the weekend shift and I didn't. Let's bring that down. So it's going to look something similar to this, all right? That we could probably still bring that down lower, but you can see right here on the daily chart where it would land, all right? You can see where that would land. What we're doing is it now what we want to see on the weekly chart, is it going to expand to the downside down to 438, all right? 438, 437, 437.82, 437.82, all right? That's going to get us a lot closer to that 2 down on the month. The reason why we're going to be looking for actionable signals on the week to the downside is because there's no actionable signals that suggest that we should be going up. There are a lot of hammers on the daily, all right? We can look at hammers on the daily that suggest that things could go to the highs, but these weekly charts are letting us know the major participation groups are in control of, the sellers are in control on the week. Now, on these 60s, you can see how if I did not have my daily charts to look at, you know, or was not looking at all 4 time frames all at once, I would say this is an inside bar, but it's not. You know, you had your 2 down. Here is August 7th inside bar, came down, inside, two down finally, and then right back up because the CPI was on the 10th. Inflation is coming down, so we did open up here. 2 reversal back up on the day, 2 reversal back up on the day, 2 up on the 60s, and then they started bringing them right back down. All right, selling them down hard. All right, selling them down hard on the 60s and the daily. All right, so when you're trading and you're like, wait a minute, I was going long, but now the second hour comes in and it's trading down. And the third hour comes in, 2-on-2 continuation down. Like, this is letting you know this is definitely going to the downside. And now you have your scenario 3 down. You know what I mean? 448 about right here. All right, you're starting to see that. Now you have a failed 2. It's moving down. All right, it didn't go scenario 3 until I got all the way down to 444, but it eventually got there. So you can see where they're buying them up, they're selling them down, buying them up, selling them down, buying them up, selling them down, buying them up, selling them down. All right. All of that price action is stuck on this scenario 3 on August 4th. August 4th. Oh my goodness. All right. That's this scenario 3, compound scenario 3 right here. Let me see here. August 4th right here. All right. That situation. And I call it a situation because if I take this little, I take that price action, I expand it out, the box out just to see, higher highs, lower lows, what's really happening. You can see it's all trapped in this mother bar. August 4th, August 7th, all trapped in there. That's that scenario 1 right there, August 7th. All these 60s trapped in there, all right? We had a gap down. They sold it down for a little bit, and then in the afternoon, they bought it right back up, all right? I got stopped out of a lot of shorts. I was in Roku, car, a couple of things. I got stopped out. Now, when the price came the very next morning, popped up, opened up to the highs and started selling down, I should have got back in those shorts, Roku, car, Netflix, a couple others, but I did not. Really busy at work and other stuff. I don't want to be in options. I don't want to just buy options and walk away. I want to be able to monitor that stuff, and I was not in a position to monitor that stuff. I tell you guys that so that you have that same, you can start thinking for that for yourself. You know what I mean? Why hold positions when you can't really monitor it? And the price action is doing this. It's going into this scenario 3, coming back down, can't get out. Trying to come back up, can't get out. Trying to get to the highs, trying to clear it, can't get out. Continues to the lows. All right, and it finally broke. It finally got out of this range down here. But you can see if the 60s were continuing on and the market never closed, it would have probably came back up into the scenario 3 and got stuck in here. So for next week, we want to see, do we get out of this scenario 3? Well, we do have one here, all right, that we're going to get stuck in if the price does not keep moving to the highs. All right, that's very important to know. All right, what's the price actually doing? Why is the price? Why do I say that? What's the price actually doing? Let's look at EOG, because I called out EOG to the lows. It did go in force. It went in force at. Let's get rid of this guy. It did go in force at 128.99. All right, and it hit magnitude at 125. All right, as soon as it hit magnitude, it went right back to the highs. All right, soon as here's your 60s, trading down. Here's trading down. We did have a gap down on the 60s. All right, gap down on the daily. Opened up at 125, which hit magnitude here on the week. You would have to have taken profits right there. You know what I mean? Let's just say you waited to the second hour at 10:30. At 10:30, you take your profits on your shorts. Why? On your short positions. Why? Because the price is starting to reverse on the 60s back to the highs. All right? You better have taken profits here when it went to reversal back up on the day. All right? That's why I say, just because you can look at, I showed this, I know we don't trade squiggly wigglies here in the Strat, but I showed this on weekend shift. You can have here's a 14-day SMA on the 60-minute chart. You can say, hey, it's below my SMA. I'm going to hold this. The trend is down. I'm going to hold this. But you have to know this is a lagging indicator. It takes the price action from the last 14 days, adds it all up, and divides it by 14. That's the average. And as the days progress, as the price progresses, and the new time frames open, that stuff that gets recalculated and it moves. All right, so it's a lagging indicator. You need to be strong enough. You need to be mentally strong enough to go, the price is moving back up. It's reversing back up. I need to decide where I'm cutting my puts at, or my shorting my shares. I need to decide where am I getting out at. Because once it crosses up in here above the 14-day SMA, you're like, wait a minute, okay. Now you could I do not trade these indicators, but I know for sure once it gets way back up in here, I am my put positions are now losing. You know what I mean? I'm losing profit on this. I have to make a decision. All right. You got in at 128.99. Look at that, 128.29. You better get out of that. All right, and then the rest of the price continues to the highs. Why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because I know for a fact you guys are looking at these indicators. All right, I know you are. I know you are. I say time frame continuity. You do not need indicators if you have time frame continuity. Time frame continuity. You know what the price is doing. But again, you guys want confirmation of the trend. That's okay. But again, what is the price actually doing? The price is moving back to the highs. Get rid of it. Cut it. Cut the shorts. You know what I mean? Or take 2-2 reversal back down. It's going back green. It's turning the day green. Let's go ahead and take profits because it's no longer full time frame continuity down. All right. That's what I want you to be thinking. All right. So now that I showed you that, now we're hammer counter shooter on AUG. Now we're looking for this thing to be long. All right. You're going to go long above this hammer, above 132.70. 132.70. The magnitude is 135.92. 135.92. Woo! All right. Why is that important? All right. Turning. It's 2 up on the month. It's green right now. The Friday ended full time frame continuity to the upside, but if this thing goes in force, I have buyers on the day, buyers on the week, buyers on the month, buyers on the week, buyers on the day, and buyers on the 60s. And every time the 60-minute charts go green while the day is green, it's reconfirming what we're seeing on the day, the week, and the month, that buyers are here. Let's go look at XLE. Bam. XLE, AUG is in energies. XLE. Now this is not an actionable signal, but it shows that there's buying in there. All right. It could be because of seasonality, because you know what I mean. It's just summertime. That's true. Here's your price. Here's your broadening formation. Here's your price action. Again, remember AUG. All right. The entire ETF is gapped down. It's moving back to the highs. You need to do something. All right, you need to make a decision. Chevron, you need to make a decision. Oops. CVX Chevron. I don't know what I typed in. I typed in something crazy. Same thing. Same price action. Look at that. Same thing. All right. Same thing. Now you can go down to the ETF watch list or go to TrendSpider and go through all of your ETF. Look at that. Devon, same thing. Fang, look at that. Same thing. You have to have your ETF up, and we want to trade those simultaneous breaks to the upside or the downside. What are all the stocks doing in an ETF? All of these are reversing off the 60-minute broadening formation off the bottoms here, and they're going back up. All right, all of them are doing that. You seen that? Look at that, $17. You know what I mean? This looks pretty dramatic, but these are pennies here. You always got to remember that as well. All right. Man, I want to get in tomorrow. It's 2 up on the month. You know what I mean? There's buyers there on the week, buyers on the day. How do I get in on this? Look at that, 2-2 reversal back up on the 60s. All right, that's how you get in on that, and all of them are doing that. simultaneous breaks. I want to trade a lot of things doing PXD. I want to trade a lot of things doing the same thing, because then I don't have to scramble. I don't have to look at individual names and go, okay, well, is this going to the highs? Okay, we'll go, no. All of them doing the same thing. Hammer in force. XOM 106 ends goes in force. 2-2 reversal back up on the 60, goes in force at 106, ends the week at 111. That's awesome. All right. We did have some good things go to the downside. EOG was one. Carvana, bam. We called this one out last week. To the lows. Go watch last week's show. I talked about Carvana shooter in force. Shooter on the week. It did go in force. It did go below $42.53, and it hit magnitude at $39.70. All right. It's awesome when that stuff happens, right? Right. Roku. This one still got some more room on it. It's not done. It did go 2-2 reversal in force to the downside on the week at $85.81. Again, I was in this, and then the price went right back to the highs, and you're like, wait a minute, what am I doing here? What am I really doing? Oh, that's a little too much. Where am I at? 7th. Here we go. All right, it went right back to the highs. You're like, wait a minute, do I really want to stay in this? And I should have got right back in on this 2-2 reversal back down on the daily, right here on the 7th. 2-2 continuation down. But again, it was kind of messy, and I had a lot of stuff going on, but it just went to the lows, all the way to the lows. So it didn't hit magnitude, but it's still good. We are looking for a 2-2 continuation down. If you want to hit this, maybe we'll get a reversal in this and back to the downside. 2-2 continuation. If it continues down, the magnitude on that is $68.35. All right. It goes 2 down on the month at $60. All right. So is it going to go 2 down on the month or outside month? Maybe not. What I am going to look for is actionable signals to reconfirm that sellers are in control. RL. Did I talk about RL last week? I'm not sure, but it is definitely on the watch list. All right. It was on the watch list because the shooter on the week, now outside month, but it went in force at 129 and ended the week at 121. Oh my goodness. Does the strat work? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. All right. And this thing was full time frame continuity to the downside. Oh my goodness. You might not catch them all. All right. It's like Pokemon. You want to catch them all, but you might not catch them all, and that's okay. But it's important to know what these signals look like when they do go in force and what they do when they actually start moving. All right. Also, RL probably wasn't easy. It goes in force below 129.15. Goes in force. Goes down. Going great, but then it starts coming back up. And then goes down, opens all the way at 123. You're like, yes, finally 123. That's awesome. But then on that very first hour from 123 goes all the way back up to 128. You're like, oh boy, okay, what am I doing here? What am I going to do? All right, here's this. All right, what am I going to do? You could cut that and you'd be like, all right, I'm going to take my profits on this. I'm done. Or you can say, all right, I'm going to hold this. I'm not getting out yet. And then the next hour opens, they start selling it down. You're like, oh, yeah, I knew I should have stayed in. Now this thing's full time frame continuity to the downside. No reason to get out. All right. Trading psychology is very important, and it's built into the strat. It is. We create winning positions, add to them, and defend them with tight stops. That's what we do. All right, so for next week, not a lot of actionable signals for next week. We had to do a lot of digging. We talked about CCJ, which is uranium. This doesn't have a lot of magnitude here, but the trader was wanting to talk about this because, it's got some more room to the upside. Let's see if they want to keep buying that. CVX, I wouldn't call that a hammer, but it is a potential 3-2 to the upside above 163.98. Let's see if they want to take out all of these to the upside. DVA, shooter on the week on DVA. Once it gets below 106.99, and the magnitude is 101. Oh my goodness. All right. Take it to the lows. Hammer on AUG, we already talked about that. FTI, not a lot, but it is a hammer on the week. Potential 3-2 up. Not a lot of magnitude, but it'll get you in. And there's more room there on the month. OKE, okie dokie. If that goes in force on the week, let's see if they take it up to $68. All right. And then STX, a possible shooter on, it is a shooter. Possible 2-2 reversal back down at $66.17, and the magnitude on that is $63. All right, that's some good magnitude, and it's not doing a lot here on the month. Not very strong. All right, and that's what we kind of look at. All right, because you don't want to Amazon. Everybody wants the short stuff that's like, you know, there's buyers in there. AMZN, Amazon. There's buyers in there. They want to get in that thing. You know, they want to keep shorting that, but what do we want to do? You know, the lion does not go after the gazelle at the front of the pack. You know what I mean? It goes for the rink-a-dink gazelle in the back that's uncoordinated. You know what I mean? It doesn't have his horns anymore. He can't really run that quick. You know what I mean? It's going to go after something like STX. You know what I mean? Not a lot of buyers in there. There were. But I mean, it's not really that strong. You know what I mean? Amazon, you're going to be fighting everybody who wants to be long that thing. All right? Everybody wants to, like, oh, this is going to the highs. You know what I mean? You do have potential 2-1-2 reversal back down. You have this island right here that all the prices just kind of hanging around in. Will it fill the gap? We will see. We will see. All right, that's going to do it for me. I actually wanted to do this a lot shorter, but hey, I wanted to explain some stuff for you. Go to thestratsoldier.com, thestratsoldier.com. I got my execution course there. That's where you'll find out about actionable signals, hammers, shooters, inside bars. That's going to get you in the trade. And then you want to look at and how to stay in the trade. Beyond that, you're going to look at time frame continuity and the broadening formation. All right, that's covered in my Strat trade checklist course. All right, we don't just take every reversal on the screen. We want it to line up with time frame continuity, and we want to look at where we're at in the broadening formation. Are we at the highs? Are we stuck in the middle? Are we at the lows? All right, are we taking a reversal that's reversing off the bottom of the broadening formation and retracing back to the highs? That's what we want. Or are we taking a reversal from the highs and then all the way back down through the lows, stopping out all the buyers? That's what we want too, but we don't want to trade something trading sideways. All right, that's what the broadening formation helps us do, is help us not get in stuck trades. Stuck. We don't want to be stuck. All right, so go check out thestratsoldier.com, and you're seeing my face right now and you don't know anything about trading but you're interested. Go check out my ebook, From Zero to Trading. There's a lot of decisions you need to make before you even start trading. What platform you're going to go with, what account size you're going to go with. Do you have commissions? You know, and then I always suggest trade common shares. All right, there's a lot of pressure out there for new traders to trade options, especially with small accounts. Options, you can make money, but they will wreck you. You want to blow up your account fast? Start trading options without, you know what I mean, very first out of the get-go. You know what I mean? You think you're, everybody has that feeling like, well, I'm different. You know what I mean? I'm going to do it better than everybody else. You'll have your winners. You have to define your stops, and you have to be able to go, okay, this is a losing position. I need to get out. All right. So get that ebook, From Zero to Trading. It comes with a bonus vid. It will get you on the right path. And another thing is penny stocks. They'll try to get you to start buying penny stocks because they're so cheap. I can buy 200 of these because there's only 50-cent stocks. This is going to be great. And then you find out how they really trade them, and you're losing money. All right, I don't want you to lose money. I don't want you to get wrecked. I want you to start your trading career, your trading journey on the right foot, on the right path. All right, that's what I hope for you. This is the Strat Soldier for the Weekend Shift bonus vid. Go check out thestratsoldier.com. There's going to be a webinar here in August. I'll be setting the dates. I'll be showing the entire strat all in one night, and then there'll be some one-on-ones I'll schedule in there too. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.